This is Nostrini, the man
This
who
is Jay.
Jay. Jay Jay's been a bad boy. He's politically disagreeing with me, which is wrong because I am the boss. And the boss, and not that commie from New Jersey, Bruce, he's betrayed the country, Springsteen, aging bastard. They all getting
And this
old.
is Jay.
This is Jay. Yeah, Jay actually looks good. It looks like my room in there. But this is my room. Yeah, before when you took pictures of yourself there, I looked frightening. It was a character of physiological. And by the way, this is me. This is no filters here. I look eternally youthful. You know why? Because God is on my side. And when God is on my side, I look eternally youthful.
Ah,
Eternally youthful.
uh-huh.
You know how old I am?
Oh, yeah.
I'm 67 years old.
And this is where I come in and say,
Hey, yeah, there you go. 67 years old. See, you know why I'm young? Because I made the right deal with the right man, the man from upstairs, God,
oh, you're talking about
the one and only,
the one upstairs?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, our neighbor upstairs. No, Jesus Christ
Oh,
superstar. You ain't
oh,
get
oh, you're
past
talking
it.
about that guy. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the other guy from
Oh,
upstairs.
that's the guy that you made the deal with. The monkey's paw guy. Yeah, I've seen Twilight Zone episodes. Look, if somebody comes to you with a contract, right?
Right.
And it's like, look, just sign the blood, this. I know people. They think they made a deal with the devil and they got what they want, but not quite. Not quite. Because that's the way the devil works.
So, if someone wishes you to have any wish you want, but not reveal what's gonna happen, which it could happen, but you gotta sign this paper, but not pen, blood.
Well, first I'd be
With a small, small,
a little print.
tiny print that only I can see it. But we might need a microphone to read it. Will you sign it?
No.
Anything you want.
Anything you want?
Anything you want.
I get to do the hoopy doopy with any girl?
Anything you, as long as you sign this paper.
Well, your
But the
job.
only problem is you don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, what if I
That's-
renege on the thing? I go, hey. I signed the paper, but I'm not going to let you have my soul because I don't have one in the first place. I sold my soul a long time ago.
So what happened was gonna happen is he knows you have a son.
Well, yeah, you can't fool the devil.
Yeah, he knows it. So what's gonna happen is he's going to wait for you until you until you ready to go up towards the ending.
Hmm.
He said, hey, no, 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 I got a contract. You going down with me, buddy.
Oh, no.
It's right here. And he's
Well,
like, oh man,
that's why I don't
I'm
sign stuff.
sorry. He just
I sign those little contracts with the video people give you, and I think I'm suspicious that somebody in the satanic situation is not in line with those people.
that's what he said. I'm sorry, guys. He just
You know,
you gotta go down with him.
I could say by reason of insanity, I say devil. He took advantage of mental repulsion, but then that's what the devil does.
That's what we do. Right?
That's what he we
As long as your thing is signed with blood,
Well, nobody's pricked my blood, and I haven't given my blood to anybody.
and you poke it and you sign the paper, and it goes like this, and it signs automatically. And everybody knows it's you. He's like, oh, this floor is
You
mine
seem
now.
to be very familiar with this. You know a lot about this for a man who's says he's an embassy of God. He's a little cross just to
Where
throw you off on his
there's
chest.
there's a lot of sci-fi movies.
A lot of sci-fi movies that was responsible for your demonic education.
Yes.
I see. I see.
There's a lot
All
of imagination,
the movie.
imaginal, what's it called?
Imaginal. Yeah,
Those people that imagining a lot of things that they don't see.
imaginary.
There's a lot of imaginary people that can imagine stuff that people don't see. That when they put in movies, you're like, oh, yeah, it's not for me.
That's not for you. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad you're not in alliance with Satan. Because you know what? I have to hold it. Oh, there you go. I would have to hold it again, yeah. Because I don't trust Satanists. They do Satanistic things.
Saying this don't trust you.
Well, I do think that's a good reason. I'll fight them. If I had upper body strength, boy, those Satanists would, and anarchists and communists and Antifa people, they would, and transgendies, they would, I would just hit them. Maybe I got a gun.
No, I'm not against nobody.
You're not against somebody? You love everybody?
I love everybody.
He loves everybody indiscriminately.
I mostly love more myself than anybody else.
Ah,
So if I feel good, I get good in return, and I'll make sure the next person can be
I
there.
see. You want to do unto others before they do unto you.
It's like the message of God, right?
That's the message of Jesus. I think he's too much of a softie. You know, he came down, he's going to forgive you for all this stuff. Get even a little bit. Take out your fiery sword and smite. A little smiting.
Right.
Do what your father would do. He smite the bow of Jesus out of the Egyptians. Kids, too. He killed everybody. When he went to Pharaoh, went over the ocean, and he wanted to let his people go, they killed a lot of all the Egyptian children. And the Pharaoh got upset. That's the Old Testament God. That's a rough guy. That's what we have in our hands now, you know.
That's true.
It's the old guy. And he's pissed off at what you did to his son. He has his son locked away. The son's doing, let me forgive everyone. Oh no, I have many houses and you know. The old gods and the old angels are saying, look, we got to put this guy under lock and key. He'll let everybody into heaven. He'll be indiscriminate. All you have to say, I'm sorry.
Another guy said, "Oh, yeah, let him go.
Let it
We
go.
find him anyways. This is a small world."
All that Saint wanted to do, he's dealing with a bunch of superstitious punks. He knew if you rewarded people, you would get benefits.
I have a
And
question.
wow,
Now, seeing cartoons and movies is a yes, but from your opinion, if someone was sent to down there,
down
the
you
fireball
oh the fireball.
after death,
Oh yeah,
now they say they kicked in 8 years, but they're doing good.
they've been nice.
They've been nice,
So
doing
yeah.
good. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Do they have a chance to get back up?
Well, I think so.
You think so?
I think so. Because they used to have in the Catholic Church, I don't you know me not familiar with, you had hell, you had purgatory, you had limbo,
Mhm.
and you had then you started having heaven. You had earth, and then you had heaven.
Right.
Now, thing was, kids that weren't baptized, right? They went to limbo, and limbo was like, ooh, like a spooky, limbo-ish place. And then the people who went to like light hell went to purgatory, and they suffered and all that stuff, but it wasn't permanent.
Okay.
Like you can get out of purgatory. Then if they went to hell, according to them, it's forever. Now the Muslims have a different thing, where the hell doesn't last forever.
Right.
You get out of it.
Ah.
You know, after a certain period of time. That's why they say, oh, Allah is merciful because Allah doesn't stick you in the hell for all eternity.
Mm.
Now, the Hindus have a different thing. They got the karma. That means you've been a bad boy in the last life and you're going to pay for it in this life, but you don't necessarily know what you did in the last life.
Ah.
And that's why but it's kind of screwed up because you don't remember what you did. You be a nice guy in this life, and they want you to learn something, grow. And maybe by suffering, you grow. Say you didn't like Jews, right?
Right.
So in this first life, they would make you, the second life, they have you reincarnated either around a bunch of Jewish people that you'd have to love because they're best friends, or they make you Jewish.
Right.
And you would have to live in that and get that frame of mind.
Mm.
You see?
Okay.
Yeah, so they each have their own little rules. I go by, if you look at there, I hedge my bets. I pray to everybody.
Right.
Pray to everybody just in case. I even got the Mormons there. But you know what the Mormons want me to do?
What's the one name?
They wanted me to give me a coffee. I
Wow.
said, whoops, wicked. But you could have Pepsi. What the hell?
But the
Does that make sense?
let's still have man.
Yeah, this was in 1880 that they discovered this religion, or 1845. Apparently, coffee was like, whoa. We just drink tea in this land, and it
Right.
was a wicked because it was a stimulant, and
Oh.
they still kept the rules. Now they got rid of the rules where you could have seven wives. That they get rid of. That's a good, because you could have the young wife, the old wife, you can
Oh,
have a harem in
they
between.
still have that in India.
Yeah, they still have that in India,
India and
Saudi Arabia.
some Africa and some Arabia.
Yeah, and the thing is, and some people I've seen the show, and it's called Big Love. A guy, and in secret, they have Mormons who still practice polygamy
Mm.
because polygamy is against the law.
If you had someone, would you would you be happy or you be dissatisfied?
I think it would depend on the wives. If I had like,
Seven wife.
so I have one white wife, one black wife,
Doesn't
one
matter how
Puerto
many
Rican.
wife.
No, no,
It won't matter which one,
I would want everybody.
because you get to pick, and
No,
they
no,
get to pick.
no. See, the thing is, what I'm talking about here is this. If you got the right wives, right? See, what you have to realize
Okay.
that they'll take over. You know what? What if you had seven
If
women?
all seven wife agree to it, will you be happy with it, or will you just be disappointed and ask for more?
Sure.
Will you be greedy and ask for more, or you just stay with seven wife?
I'd be exhausted.
So
Imagine trying to satisfy seven women.
so you won't be greedy and get more?
Eventually, because maybe the older one has an accident.
Right.
She gets old. But thing is, your values change. You may go, oh, you ever see these guys, right? They have the beautiful wife, the first wife, and all that stuff.
Right.
And then they have a regular woman later on in life because their values change. What's important is kindness, not physical perfection. Because a lot of times when you get physical perfection, they're not so perfect inside, and also they're greedy. They want money. They're not loving you for you, and they don't make good mothers because they're more narcissistic than anything. You can't have two narcissistic people raising kids.
Mm.
You have to have somebody who's going to be a good mother. And guys, they a lot of times were see in ancient times. I'll tell you a little story. In ancient times, you had when a man was hunted, right, and he went out to war. His wife would frequently die in childbirth, or she'd be left around with diseases. You die at 35, so he'd come back. He had no wife. In the meantime, he's going to war and he's impregnating people, raping, whatever. And so he doesn't. The thing is, to be monogamous was the dangerous thing
Mm.
because if you try if and if you fall in love totally, that's why men are sort of guarded about their feelings because they gotta be that way.
Right.
They got and men, when they lose their emotions, they get wackadoo.
Mhm.
They might kill the girl. A lot of times, women like drama. You ever see a woman? She sets up a situation when there's going to be drama.
Oh yeah, yeah. So she first she starts with the eyes, and then she starts with the hands, and then the next one, boom,
Then she explodes.
and explode and start talking and start arguing and this and that. And he's like, okay, you got it.
Jealous of you after, and you're
You got it.
loyal, and she's
You
like,
got it. Hold on. Let me get the girl so I won't open the door for her. Come here, let me tell you something. And then push her back and then no, I'm not opening the door for you no more. That's my wife.
"That's my wife."
And then the lady said, oh no, I'm happy. And
No,
she just did all that for nothing.
that's the
Mm.
way it is. They're crazy,
Nice.
and
Is it worth it? I don't think
I
it's
saw this woman, right? This
yeah.
guy, she's a little girl, tiny little thing, a short little thing, and she's hitting her boyfriend, and he's
She's like
big guy.
she's probably like 5 feet and the guy's like probably
He's like 6'3" and
6'3", 6'1".
250, and he's going, you're taking
He's
advantage. He
like
was a
six
Puerto Rican.
one,
Yeah,
6'2", yeah.
you're taking advantage of me. Because she's saying, I could get away with this.
Because she's tiny.
She's tiny,
So
so
she's like, oh, you can't hit me. I'm a little.
but you gotta realize somebody like that, if they're the mother of your kids, they're gonna be a little handy with their hands. And they're little, and then,
What they don't know is that adds up after a couple of years down the line.
yeah, yeah, it adds up. Then you get a violent child who doesn't know how to deal with having a male body. Because when you have a male body, right?
Right.
So you've got a girl, you got your baby there, right? And you can't shake him, you can't use your full strength on him, you have to be gentle.
Yeah.
You got to be gentle. I had him, clean me up. He was like he was doing a freaking car. I was saying, well, I get a little, I'd say, be gentle. Two men say, be gentle on my butt. What the hell? I'm not supposed to do that. That's why I like the ladies, because they're gentle by nature. They do what the little babies. Once in a while, I get a freak, which is harsh, but for the most part, they know. They're gentle.
A guy trying to polish his booty, and the girl, she didn't want to get near it, so she just cleaned the best she can. And what she didn't do is she didn't do a good job. So they had to tell him, listen, no, the lady didn't do a good job. And he's like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. He's forgivable. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. He's forgivable. He's like, yeah,
Well, because yeah.
yeah, she's a woman. She got boobs.
Oh
She
yeah,
okay.
oh they do have boobs. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing. That's why I could never be homosexual. First was the penis is a menacing, horrible thing.
right,
It's ridiculous looking. Let's face it, it's either scary or it looks ridiculous.
right.
To have female breasts, whoa. And
Uh,
in the downstairs place, the basement. Let me tell you about that. They hide it. You don't see it. So it's obscured. That's what should be doing it. We don't have that there. We have everything outside. It's our Achilles heel because if somebody kicks you there, you're in trouble.
unless you got Chinese balls.
Oh, if you got Chinese balls, but that means that they're elusive. They're tiny little balls, and it's hard to get them.
Yeah,
Hard to
Chinese
get.
balls, but they train it to be like a rock. When
Oh,
they kick it, and the guy's like,
you've been watching those movies again, where you think that's true that they can actually kick somebody in a hoosie? Oh my God. Was the Chinese man poke your eyes out? What happened here?
"Mm."
Let me tell
And
you.
then he goes, he said that didn't hurt.
That didn't, that didn't hurt.
That's what happened.
Oh, it didn't hurt. I believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe that. Now let's see.
Now we'll talk about maybe,
Okay,
eh,
what's going on?
let's talk about maybe four things.
Fourth thing.
Four things.
We'll start. What is the story?
Well, one thing we got to talk about is porn in the Big Apple.
Ah, they have the ones where you go to porn. Porn, people are watching porn.
Hmm.
It's like those girls who do
Like
the
back,
camera work.
like back in the days, like
No, now they do
you know how
more.
back in the days they have the club, and then you pay like what 10, 20 or 10 cents,
Yeah.
and you sit in a booth with like glass in front of
Oh,
you,
I remember
and
those.
then with the
Oh my
shades open,
God.
the girl is dancing, she's stripping down all the way down
Mhm.
to the waist, and you can do anything you want.
Oh yeah. Now I remember
You can do
those
the
places.
wiki wink.
I went to those places. I didn't. I
Ah,
know, but see, the thing is, I heard about them.
but you
But I
ain't do
was
nothing with a girl. There's a
no,
glass in
no,
front of it.
no.
You can do the wiki wink.
I didn't do that. See, what I was doing, I was looking at my female wrestling books. But they had, if you had to go to the bathroom, you passed by where they had the girls in the mirrors, and they're trying to seduce you. But I didn't get off on that, but I knew about it, and it was risque. And but because I worked at Players Retreat at one point.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was part of the head of the orgy room, and I was a
Mhm.
virgin. It was a very difficult job. But anyway. Enough about me. What I'm going to say is this. What they were saying was that they have these girls on the internet
Yeah.
that they have the following and they do like porno on the porno hub or something like that. And New York has more,
What's it called?
what's it called? Easy looking at me. And there's more of that in New York than any place else.
They call it OnlyFans,
OnlyFans. This is OnlyFans.
where they
This,
do a lot of. They basically, if I pay $10 a month,
mhm.
I can see it,
You can see this girl, and
and
then
I
they
can
try to
pick
make
anyone I want.
you pick anyone you want and make
If
friends with
I
them.
choose her, if I pay $10 a month for her or a week, or
And they establish
I can see all the goodies and
I could
yeah,
show you because
so
they try to seduce me into doing it all the time. I say, honey, you're gonna have to come in here and do the hoopy doo. You can't. I'm not gonna look at you and be thrilled.
right,
I have done the hoopy doop, not as much as I'd like. I had been doing the hoopy doop. Oh, I'd love to do more hoopy doop, and I intend to do hoopy doop in my old age. I'm gonna lose weight, and I don't care what the people think. I'll
When he lose
be,
weight, he's gonna be like Beauty.
I'll
The
be,
show.
like, I'll
Like
be
the show Beauty. But more natural. Less
more natural. Yeah,
no,
I'm not gonna explode
we're
like a
not gonna
balloon.
explode,
I don't want that.
We're no 875 days. No.
No,
It'll
no,
be all
no, no.
natural.
I'll be all natural.
Yeah.
And to see, and I see, and the thing is, what? So that's the story there. So nobody's getting laid anymore because they're afraid to. The women are nasty and they're evil and they're cruel. So you approach them, hello, how are you? Well, that's some. Come on, man, you got. They look at your shoes. You have expensive shoes on. They look at you. How you could support them?
That's why someone will get offended when they see a skinny girl
Yeah. Oh,
with 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 like three chains and a thing and a watch, glossy, nice feather coat. He said, nah, man. She looked like one of those go-getter.
yeah, she's there for the gold.
Mm.
She's like a silver medalist
She
trying to
got the
do.
money, but I don't think she'd be interested
She
in
want
a guy just like me.
right. You don't show want a regular guy. She don't want a sweet guy. He's
No, I
boring.
think she wants somebody more like Le Bugatti,
Liberace?
Le Bugatti, those
Oh, John
fast yellow
Gotti?
car.
Oh, like
What's it called? Those yellow fast car that
oh
all the rich people get?
like what am I call a Lamborghini?
Lamborghini, yeah.
Oh,
She wants more of a Lamborghini, flashy watch, $10,000 gold
yeah. Oh,
watch.
yeah. She don't go Dutch. You know what Dutch is?
She don't
When you're
want you
not
to work.
working.
Mm.
Oh no.
She don't agree on that. She's like, oh no, you what? You work? No.
No, no. They want you to be
They want to
independent
own.
of
They want
it.
you to
Oh
own the
yeah.
company, maybe
Oh.
own a couple of places where you don't have to work and you get to spend money on.
Inherited wealth. Inherited wealth. They don't even want that. They want a good-looking guy
That's
who
why
has lots of
sometimes you
money.
have
Maybe
to.
he's dangerous.
That's why. That's why he says something scary because you don't know what they want
You
when they're
know,
pretty like that.
and see, now you got these new girls, right? They have the blue hair, and they warn you that they're lunatics. They got the nose like a pig,
Mhm.
and they're hateful, and they want to kill Republicans. They want to poison them. What the hell is that? You're a nurse? You're a school teacher, and you want to poison people? Stop it. Be nice. In my day, people had arguments, but they didn't want to kill each other.
All right. So today we was watching the news. We was talking, and they were talking about what's it called? Those. It was a lady. Uh, I'll come back on that one.
Okay, he doesn't know.
You
What it was. You want me
Let's
to look?
go. No, no, it's not here. I don't remember what was there in the news. Um,
Da, na, 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 na.
Olympian for sale.
Oh, the trader. You
Okay.
know what she did?
What was the trade-off?
She was an American, right? Born
Okay.
here, right? Chinese, right? She decided to do her Olympic thing for the Chinese, the Red Chinese. So she's representing China from China, but she's an American. She sold herself for a lot of yen, or whatever the Chinese use for currency. I think yen is Japanese.
Right.
And that was not right. Beautiful girl, and not quite all Chinese. I looked at her and I said, that's a Eurasian. That's a mix.
Mm.
But she went for the Chinese for the money. And got trade up. And now she's upset because you know what happened to her? Bad luck. She got injured. And now she's
Mm.
not going to get the gold. You know
Okay.
why?
Right.
Because God is a Republican.
Mm.
He sets the situation up where the bad guys lose.
I don't think he's a Republican or a
Oh,
Democrat. I just think he's just the big head
no,
honcho.
we're
He's the
talking
big head honcho.
we're talking. See, don't you know your religion?
I know my religion, but
You got
he's not.
God, right?
He's not a Democrat or a
No,
Republican
no, no, no,
because
no,
back
no.
then he wasn't none of them.
The Democrat is Jesus.
I don't.
Jehovah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Every
and then you
religion
got
is different. Every
the
religion is
Holy
different. I
Spirit,
can't tell
right?
you.
That's a bird that flies around invisible that inhabits you and fights off. Did you ever see that movie with Denzel Washington?
No.
There was a movie. Oh, you gotta see it. It was about this demon, right? And the demon would go from person to person, turning them into murderers.
Mm.
And that's really cool. It's a real thing in mythology or religion. And he was the opposite of the Holy Spirit. When the Holy Spirit gets into you, you feel good. It's like it redeems you and all that stuff. But this guy got you in trouble. We gotta see it.
Okay.
Maybe we could find it tonight.
What do you
You'd
think?
like it. Oh yeah, you'd love that.
All right. So they was talking about the ISIS. A lot of people's complaining about it, a lot of death and some reason there was this white lady, which they have a name for it.
Karen?
Karen,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And Karen, they rich people and they don't really like stuff taken away from them because they think they on top of the world. But they didn't like the way how poor people talk. So she made a big thing about ISIS, and it was all over the news.
Which side was she on, the Republican or the Democrat?
She's a Republican, but she didn't like the ISIS
She didn't like the ISIS.
because of the way the staff was poor, and she didn't know. She like she wasn't looking for trouble. It's just she was she's rich, so she's like you're not supposed to talk like that.
Now, let me tell you
Um,
something.
and I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I walk away from that situation.
Look,
The
they
cameras
have a
and
lot of
stuff.
these Karens and they're
A
mostly
lot of it's a
liberals.
lot of cameras is really
They're liberals. They what
just
they
stay
are,
away from.
they lost they didn't get the 1960s revolution, right? Some of them are old people too, the cat ladies, right? So what they did, and they raising their children to be communists, right?
Mm.
So the kids are there and they're frustrated because the economy's kind of cars, but they had two of them got killed, and then you know what the two of them were doing?
Well,
One was with her girlfriend. They were interrupting the ICE doing their job. They rammed the car into the guy,
I don't
and
know.
then the girl goes, hit the brake, hit the thing to run him over. He already had been injured. You know what I would do if I was him?
What were you doing?
I would have just killed both of them.
Just like
The one that encouraged him, boom, boom, you're dead.
so you'd be a judge. You're like,
A judge and
I
jury.
didn't want to hear it. Just dump
I'd
that.
be, I don't want to hear it. Yeah,
They're
if you
both guilty.
you're
Which
both
one?
guilty. You hurt me, and if you assault a FBI guy or a cop, boom, 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 boom.
So he's like a cop and a judge at the
Yeah,
same time.
I'm a judge and jury.
A judge cop.
I judge. You
A
know, see
judge.
Judge Drew, Judge
Cop
Droz,
judge.
Judge Cop Judge.
Cop
That's my
judge.
be.
Yeah.
That's my be. And I'd be a brutal cop. Oh, I'd be friendly. I'd be nice. I'd eat your apple and have a whole donut at the store. But I would kill if they all of a sudden they shot in my ear and I broke my eardrum. Boom.
Mm.
If they steal property, boom.
Wow.
That's communism when they want to steal your property.
That's true.
And then oh, people lose its property. Yeah, so if you can get away with it, you can get away with it. Let me tell you something.
Tell him.
Let me tell you something.
Tell him.
We have never lived under a fascist dictatorship in this country.
Never.
We've been oppressed. We have oppression, but it's not. We haven't had it. And they compare it to Nazi Germany. They
Mm.
should live in Nazi Germany for a little while and see how it was. They would wipe you out in a day. You come out there to demonstrate, bang, 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 bang. And the
Mm.
rest of you is sent to concentration camps by the hundreds of thousands.
That's true.
Two anarchists get killed, themselves killed. Oh, it's blood in the streets and all this bullshit. Excuse the language. I hate this is a children's channel. I don't like to use the language, but I get upset. Yeah. And now look at this. They're letting look. I have my mental problems.
Right.
But I don't chop people up with machetes.
You don't hit in the cars.
I don't head in the cars.
You don't curse people
I
out.
don't curse people out. I may go my breath, but I don't curse people. I try to be reasonable in.
Fine.
But you have people who are like assaulting and beating women and breaking noses, and then they finally cut somebody's head off. Oh, now we're going to do something about it. How would you like your loved one gets killed by a psychopath who's criminally insane, by the way? Yeah, you know what happened on the Mikami Odami?
Right.
That he had a thing. He's had 19 people freeze to death
Right.
because he
Because they refused to go into a shelter,
right.
and he's like, you can't do nothing about it because it's like it's a law now.
Yeah, the law
You
is
can't
that you
force
could be
nobody.
you could not. It used
You
to be
can't
if you
force
couldn't take
nobody.
care of yourself, you would go into the shelter. Yeah, or not even a shelter. You go into an institution. If you ever saw if one flew over the cuckoo's nest, those people, for the most part, were harmless. In fact, they were all harmless, but they couldn't take care of themselves. They didn't have family that will take care of themselves. So they put them in institutions. They had 40,000 beds for people who were mentally ill. But the conservatives, the liberals got together. The
Mhm.
conservatives didn't want to put out the money.
Right.
And the liberals didn't want to trample on people's rights. They didn't want to define what is acceptable and unacceptable. So now what you got is people poo-poo in the street. I'm telling you something. If I start poo-poo in the street naked, you have the right to arrest me and put me in jail.
That's true.
I never did that. Toilets. Oh, and we have enough places we could have toilets. But the homeless people go in the toilet and they'll do what God knows what. Plus your junkies. See, I just waved my face. I'm disgusting. But I'm gonna win. I'm gonna live to see the day that wokeism is put to sleep.
That's true.
I'm gonna live that. Or the awakened, they're gonna put out the woken. I've been awakened. See this? When my eyebrow goes up like that, that means I'm serious.
Hmm.
That's a look I look.
Yeah. All right, one more.
Okay, one more.
Mama know best. What
Oh,
else we got?
they're using their mommies. These women who don't like the single scene, their mommies are being the matchmakers now.
Hmm.
It's like an arranged marriage. They're checking out the guys, but these women, they're spoiled.
Yeah.
They're spoiled because they want everything. They want to be paid for, and they want to be a feminist and radical.
What else they want?
And they want to dominate the men, but have the men dominate them at the same time when it's to their convenience.
So they want to dominate them, but yet they want the guys to pay for everything.
Everything.
But how is that gonna even out the whole thing?
And no, it doesn't even. That's why men are like going to just for friends, and they go into the videos to say this is not worth my while. And
Oh,
that's why the sperm count in the country is going down because the body follows the mind. And now men are saying, I don't care. I'll watch my video game. And maybe I'll have sex with them. I'll play doll. I'll wait for my computer.
have sex with a video game, right?
Yeah, have sex with the video game. They got the technology there.
Mm.
We're going to get extinct if this happens.
I hope not.
I hope not,
It's
but
not short my time.
it might happen in your time.
Wait until my time goes. And
Well, I know what you're wishing for. You're a young man. You're a relatively young man. Now, what if a robot Selma Hayek came in here, right?
they start making robots.
Of Selma Hayek.
Okay, some higher robots.
And she feels real. She smells like a woman.
Could go be a Tesla. Let's
It'll
say
be
it's a Tesla.
and
Real life person made from the United States, supposedly. But nobody knows real now.
right, and then she looks like Selma, and she'll have sex with you
Over and over and over.
over and over, all you want, and she'll talk as little or as much as you want. She'll be designed to make you happy. And she'll even be a little dramatic if you like the woman to feel jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long you think that would last?
You with Selma Hayek?
And you with some higher.
Oh, not until I got another Marilyn Monroe one. I'd have a two-way with them. Eventually the robots would organize and they'd kill me, but I'd be worth it. I
So,
probably wouldn't last that long
so
before I get killed.
it last long then?
It would last about 6 months.
I think it'll last like yeah, like a month, but then I'm not gonna run anymore. Gotta return it back like now.
Are you gonna return it back to the
Gotta
shop?
return it back like there's no human fighting or argument or nothing. I missed that part.
Oh, you
You
like
can
that.
take that back.
You like that. That's why he's married. He's married. He wants the drama. He has to, the thing is, I know he's satanic, but I forgive him for it because he has two beautiful children. He has a beautiful wife, who I have no idea what her name is, and he has two doggies. He has five of them, right? But his little boy is a player because here I was there, and I'm looking at the video, and the little boy is about 2 years old, and he has a girlfriend already.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you got trouble on your hands, my friend. He hasn't even hit teens yet.
You had to stop
Mm,
burning gates in the door.
yeah, well, I don't know. You're gonna have to lock him up. He's gonna escape. He's gonna be the playboy of the Lower East Side or wherever you live.
Mm,
The parents are always fighting puberty. It's the enemy of because they got they got the kid is like asexual or very little sexual going on there, and then it's like zoom,
right. They fly right through
zoom.
it.
They fly right through it, and then all of a sudden, there's
And they're growing
incredible
too fast.
grow too fast.
Ever seen a video of a little girl arguing with the mother and she's only one
Oh yeah,
and having a whole conversation and arguing with the mother and everybody's laughing?
oh yeah. They're very verbal.
And they're like, where you get this from? The mother.
The mother, they take after the mother. Ay, ay, ay. If you want to
That's that
protect
baby
it,
talk. Arguing with the mother and the
mm,
baby's talking baby talk. And the mother's like, what's going on?
what's going on with that? But this is foretelling the future.
Right.
This girl's gonna be debating what the blouses she wears with the cleavage and the whole thing going on there. See, this is crazy town. What's going on there?
The next one. Translator plan?
They in Canada, right?
Yeah.
They had this transgender gal or girl or man or whatever you want to call him.
Right.
He killed 10 kids.
What?
He killed 10 kids. Now they have gun control laws in Canada. He still managed to get the gun. He was a hunter when he was being a man. And
That's illegal. What's wrong with this guy?
well, I think the bigger thing is that he killed all those kids. But he was a lunatic and he killed his parents. He killed his parents. He killed them because he is a psychotic.
Mm.
And you have a lot of transgender murderers, but they don't acknowledge it in the news. They play it down and they refer to him as a woman, not a
Ah.
woman.
Actually, not
He's a
really.
cross dresser. Or at best, you should say he's transgender. You don't say he's a woman. You don't play that game. He's not a woman. That's a game. That's a bullshit. And God don't like that bullshit.
Okay.
Oh, he don't. He gets tired. He puts up with a lot of our stuff, but after a while, when you go after the kids, God gets mad. Mad. And when he's mad, I get scared.
Right.
He might take, there's a lot of collateral damage when God gets mad. Hurricanes and tornadoes and natural disasters.
Right.
But you gotta do it. You gotta love the guy though. He created the universe. He's misunderstood.
So this is one of them was called Math World.
Trump's Mad Mad World.
Ah.
Nah, that's the thing is Trump is
Ah.
yes, they're saying he's doing things crazy. But for instance, he wanted to take over Greenland.
What?
Yeah, Greenland. But he has to do it. You know why?
Right.
Greenland is a huge island with a lot of minerals in it that we need for our survival. And also the oceans, because the icebergs are melting, are making a way to get through the Greenberg. But the Chinese, unless we take it as a state or reinforce it a lot, you have rights to that land, the Greenlanders turn commie and send it over to China.
Right.
And because there's a lot of left wingers. Now, they don't want to quite become Americans
Right.
because they like the little socialist paradises, which we pay for, by the way.
Yes, sir.
But we pay for them because they don't have to spend money on the military. We're spending money on the military. So they can put it onto all the social programs. They're bastards.
Talking about programs. Do you know about the ESPN VIP Demon Energy?
Oh, this woman, she went to Vice President Vance, right?
Right.
And works for ESPN. And she's a sports person.
Mhm.
And she said he has demonic powers. She don't believe in it, but he said he's demon. This guy is the sweetest guy in the world. This guy, first off, they say he's a bigot, a white supremacist, right?
Right.
His wife is Indian and a Hindu. If he was intolerant of other religions or intolerant of Would he be married to a Hindu?
That's true.
Don't make no sense.
Think about it. Yeah.
And like AOC hates white people, but yet she has an Irish boyfriend. Now I think that's better to torture the white man. Because if you had to deal with that mouth every day, oh my God. When because she's a beautiful woman. We have to admit, AOC is a beautiful woman.
That's true.
But she's going to pot. Either that, she's pregnant from the Irish guy because she's got a little belly and her boobs are getting bigger and she's getting hefty. It could be all the meals that she's taking in.
That's true, guys.
Because and she's a millionaire, as she's saying, tax the rich. You have a battle between billionaires and millionaires. Bernie Sanders has 3 homes.
3 homes.
3.
What are you gonna do with 3 homes?
What are you gonna do with 3 homes, the old bastard? He never worked a day in his life, you know that.
Yeah.
He was never
He
employed.
worked, but he just never had
He never had a job.
a job.
He never had a job.
He worked as the profession he's doing now, but he just never had.
Politician,
Right.
which is a graft. You know what he did to make ends meet? He used to do porn.
No,
He did a little porn on the side.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that man.
All right. Last one, and then we're gonna talk about the fights that's coming up on Saturday, February 20 and the 21st.
It's February 20th to 21st.
So the last one we're gonna talk about is sex for sex teacher.
Oh, 10 years. Oh my God, somebody's calling me. Who's this? I think it's Paulie.
Yeah.
So, should we wait or just finish it up?
Let's pause it. Guys, we'll be back. Give us a second.
All right, we're back again. We gotta go. The man is calling us, and you know who the man is.
Yep, man on top.
Oh, the man on top. I call him Shawshank Redemption. Okay, we're gonna go away. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. There we go.
And
And Trumpy, Trumpy, Trump.